Maryland's Missing and the Murdered is a weekly YouTube channel that covers the topic of missing and or murdered individuals from the state of Maryland. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe and click the bell so you'll be notified when the next cases are released. Any updates to cases will be pinned in the comments section of each video. The case this week I covered on my video entitled The Potentials, and the suspect that murdered her was covered in a video entitled Lydia Norman, Peggy Pumpkin, and Kathleen Cook. 20-year-old club dancer Roseann Sturtz went missing from the TikTok club in Baltimore, Maryland on August 24, 1975. Her body was found in Columbia, Maryland on December 15, 1975. A drawing done by a Smithsonian anthropologist and a Howard County detective helped to identify her, as well as fingerprints. In 1981, a serial killer by the name of Charles William Davis was questioned regarding Roseann. The state's attorney at the time even granted him immunity regarding Roseann's case. Davis was unable to identify her as one of his victims. In 2022, a corporal in the Howard County Cold Case Unit, Wayne Zufall, took over the case and began reviewing evidence. In 2024, he came across a letter granting immunity to Davis, as well as a taped interview with Davis, where he claimed he couldn't positively identify her from the picture that was shown to him. The picture shown to him at that time was a high school photo of Roseann. Corporal Zufall wrote a letter to Davis in prison, and Davis agreed to meet. Here's a bit of that interview.
We could ask you questions all day, but it's no use to beat around the bush and for us trying to ask you questions and you trying to do this and do that. I think if you know anything about the case, if you're involved in that case, I'd like for you to tell me about it. Tell me what you know.
I have knowledge of the case.
Okay.
And after listening to that tape, it appeared that the Howard County Police Department had developed Charles William Davis Jr. as a suspect as early as 1981. We found out that he was still incarcerated in Jessup Correctional Institute in Jessup, Maryland, here in Howard County. The court granted us access, gave us a writ to take Charles William Davis Jr. out of prison that day and bring him here to our Northern District, Howard County Police.
All right. First things first. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay? I'm taking those handcuffs off.
You don't have to.
No, I'm going to. No, I'm going to. But I want you to know we're on a different level here. There's a respect going on, okay, from when we first met. Charlie, there's no trickery going on, and there's no beating around the bush. There's none of that stuff. And like, we can't even continue this conversation if either one of us thinks that that's going on. But I had this case from 75 that I'm working, and I need some help on.
So it was very important for us to get an opportunity to speak to Charles William Davis Jr. and to bring him in and to speak to him about the events of August 24th in 1975.
Remember when I was at the prison with you that day and you graciously talked to me, gave me like 3 minutes, you were getting ready to run out of there, and I said, Charlie, hear me out, you know? And you graciously gave me a few minutes, and I put that tape up against the window. Well, I found this tape of our detectives interviewing you in 1981 about the case. All right? You spoke openly about the case.
The detectives back then had showed a picture of Roseann Sturtz, which is this picture right here, which I was told from the family was right around high school.
Okay. This is the picture of the girl that we found. Have you ever seen this girl before?
So they're trying to show you a photo of her, okay? They don't have any mugshots. They show you an older photo, okay, of her. So she had a mugshot from less than a month. They never showed you that, okay? Is it okay if I show you her photo now? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's her, isn't it, Charlie?
still had the scar.
She still had the scar on her face.
When Charles William Davis Jr. pointed out, the picture of Roseann Sturtz, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know that not only that the hard work of the detectives and the police officers before you helped push this case forward, but also that you're right there at that point where you're going to be able to continue to work this case in a positive manner, and at some point be able to speak to the family and actually give them firsthand information.
When they met face to face more recently, Zufall showed Davis a more recent picture of Roseann that was taken during an arrest shortly before she went missing. Davis confessed to Zufall, stating he wanted to bring the Sturtz family closure. Davis had met Roseann at the bar and they left together. That night they had a physical altercation and he strangled her to death. Due to the immunity given to Davis in 1981, he cannot be tried for Roseann Sturtz's murder. But have no fear. If you recall from the video on Norman, Pumpkin, and Cook, Davis is serving life without parole. Thank you for joining me this week. If there's a Maryland's Missing or Murdered case you'd like to see on this channel, email me at marylandsmissing@gmail.com. My ex account is Maryland's M&M. Music is by Silent Vengeance. Sources will be listed in the outro. I'll see you again next week. Be kind to one another. You never know what will happen tomorrow.